Hello and welcome to some quick gameplay and new gear update for my ultimate frozen orb and lightning wizard. Just gonna quickly show the stats. Nothing much there, just enough strength for your monarch. I get cap resistance, I actually get quite a bit of defense, over 1.5k, which is quite good for a sorceress. With bow I get a bow 2000 life. Frozen orb, you want this one to be at 1000 damage, but that's pretty much it. The Elder's boots, these are really good just because the life plus the fire resist is really handy for this setup of gear. The life gives extra life when you get the battle orders as well, which is very nice. You get a lot of life from these boots here, not just 50 on those boots themselves. I went with an ethereal frozen orb. You can just get an unethereal as well and try to get it as perfect stats as you can. Viper magic, cause you need the faster cast rate and yeah, it has some resistance, but it's not the greatest amount, but it's still okay. But it's basically just for faster cast rate. Spirit, this one doesn't have to be 35% at all. This one can be as low as, I think it was 27 I calculated. Right now I should have 120 faster percent cast rate in total, but this one can be as low as 27% faster cast rate, but nothing lower than that. The stats, there's not much to say. It's a little low on the mana and the magic absorb, but the rest is nearly perfect, so that's kind of funny. Mars Kaleidoscope, just try to get whatever amulet you like, it doesn't really matter. I just went with a Mars Kaleidoscope because it gives all the stats that I need, especially resistance. And Nightwing's Reel, also suck it with a 5-5, and yeah, this helmet is kind of boring, but it's really good damage, and the half freeze duration is very nice. The rest of the stats not that good. You could say the defense is actually kind of nice. Most helms would only have like, well, you can actually go compare to say like an Endurance Research, which both have a War 3 and a defense. Don't believe I have anything to compare with, but yeah, having that much defense from a helm on a sorceress is pretty sweet, especially when you get it buffed from sheer armor as well. So yeah, I actually been very much enjoying this sorceress ever since I remade it. I got a comment recently, and that kind of just made me look at this sorceress again, and I also went with an Infinity, Fortitude, and an Endurance Research combo. This one is socketed with a 15 to like 39, I think it was, yeah, 39 dual to reach the 35% faster increased attack speed, which reached the next breakpoint. Colossal Luke, this one's kinda low, but yeah, it's still okay. It's 300% enhanced, but it could be a little bit better. But you get nearly that 7k max damage even with a semi-low infinity, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, so let's get to some gameplay. Basically just buff up with Sheer Arm and Thunderstorm. Yeah, I should also quickly say that this ability is really good on bosses or what can you say, big mobs that are up against you, but I would only use it on bosses pretty much. This is your main ability, you're just gonna be spamming orbs all the time, and whatever is not immune you're going to be hitting with lightning. So yeah, it's a pretty simple build, there's not much to kind of think about. And you don't reach that high, well, you reach the second highest breakpoint of teleport speed, so it's quite good for teleporting as well. You just quickly showcase now what sort of damage my Merc does. So the Merc pretty much just owns things, but it's not as good as my Imperial Reaper's tall setup, but it's still okay. So let's show some lightning damage. Can't really tank that much. Let's see, potions. Okay, let's get to some little more interesting. Let's go to River of Flame. See how fast I could perhaps clear it. It's not gonna be too fast, but I guess I could maybe do it in like 3.5 minutes or something. Now the really good part about this build is that you're never gonna be facing an immunity that you can't hit. At least that seems almost like impossible. I can't imagine that you are going to actually find an immunity that you can't hit. And even if you do find something that you can hit, say a cold and lightning immune, your Merc is there to help you. He's also a really good tank because he uses Imperial Fortitude. I really just like spamming frozen orbs. It's such an easy spell to just throw. You kind of just throw it and then run with it, throw it and run with it and forget about it. It's pretty damn effective spell that doesn't require a lot of thinking. And pretty much no aiming as well. And it's pretty much one orb that one-shots every mob. And then of course you get the slow effect from the frozen orb itself, so you can actually kite a bit when you're running with the orb. So let's see how much damage this can do on the single pack. So I'm just gonna throw one orb now and see how much it does. So as you see, it pretty much just wipes even the bigger packs out. And again, my frozen orb damage is not that high. My damage could be as much as, I think, 1.5k or something, so like 500 damage more. Now I actually forgot about it. I forgot to use bow. Thought my health was a little low as well. Yeah, that helps getting almost 1,000 health more. Can't say I don't enjoy that. Another thing that I kinda like to do, I like to have the stop bind, stop movement even, bind it. Mine is on V, so whenever I cast Frozen Orb on my left button here, this side, then I just hold the stop button down. That's kind of a nice way to play, I think. And I forgot to click the orb now, that was stupid. So let's see how much my Merc could perhaps survive. Yeah, the Merc is pretty much dead on the worst packs. He's not really gonna be able to live on the very mean ones. And now you actually see that I have a lightning and cold immune, so I would be totally useless against this one. It does happen, but it's really rare, so I would have to go get my Merc again. And let's see how fast my Merc can kill this guy. And as you see, it's a pretty much free-shotted. So my Merc does hit a lot, but he can't handle the worst packs in the game. Not without me assisting with some damage at least. So I kinda redirect their mobs' aggro a bit. But I love Frozen Orb. This was also originally the first pretty much build that I wanted to play in Diablo 2 back many years ago. Frozen Orb sorceress has always been very interesting to me. And I was kinda sad about Diablo 2 not having a version of its own. And still not even having a version in the recent expansion pack. But yeah, what can you do? And I think my Merc actually died again, that's kinda stupid. But as I mentioned it, on bosses you're going to be using Charge Bolt. This ability, well, I can't really explain the, what can you say, the math behind it myself, but all the bolts, they kinda just hit in a really great way, and you will see how fast it's gonna go now. The more bolts you pretty much just get out, the higher the damage gets. So now you saw how fast that went, so now I'll just quickly compare it to, say, my Frozen Orb. Don't wanna die when I'm doing this, okay. So you saw that one orb pretty much took only 10%, and it was kinda a slow animation as Frozen Orb is. But yeah, if you can survive, because that's also another thing, this spell is definitely more offensive. being that close to mobs, but if you can survive standing there casting that stuff, that's well just an awesome possibility. Especially for Bale, because he has a lot of health. So I think I will go kill some rare leads in Act 1. That is always fun to hunt down. And I can also really show the good attack speed and teleport speed. Usually I just like to go to say like stony fields, so yeah. So I like to just kind of run around sometimes and just kill these mobs here that I find while teleporting. And again I hold, I have binded my, what's it called, the stop button, and I just hold it down and quickly just, yeah, you know, hit frozen up, stop, teleport and so on. Does cost a little bit of mana playing like this, but it's not too bad. And if I do need mana, I can always just drink a potion or whatever. But yeah, this is a very good build for kind of speed farming this sort of way here. Wouldn't necessarily say it's good for anything else, cause yeah, it's kind of too slow in the chaos runs and whatnot. Just doesn't quite have the damage as other builds have. Oh, that's always a good little drop. And that was pretty much it. Stonyfield was cleared in. Maybe a few spots left. Yeah, that's it. Stonyfield cleared this fast. It's pretty sweet. It's very relaxed and easy to play this build as well. There's not much thought to it, which is always a plus in my world at least. So let's just quickly check that one out. Oh, so much defense. And I like that it has both requirements and all that kind of funny things. So that's pretty much it. I think I will end the video with this. I hope you found this useful, and maybe you will copy this build yourself. I made a more detailed guide for it. You can always check that out. I will put a description below for it. But yeah, I hope you found this useful, and maybe you will see some of my other guides. Goodbye.